Hey, what's going on? Listen, I wanted to jump on here and follow up with a episode I just did yesterday or day before. Episode, I think it is. Let's look down here. Episode 503, which is what I was talking about. What is your marketing's return on investment? And I got an email saying, hey, can you just give us an example of what you're doing? You alluded to some things. And so I said, sure. I'll just put out a little 2-minute video here and put it on all my social media channels. But in that particular podcast, I was talking about the numbers, the metrics that I try to reach when I'm thinking about, okay, for every dollar I spend, what am I getting back? And so I wanted to just throw this up here real quick. Here is a campaign I just did this past week that you can see on your screen here, where I spent $12 on one, $20 on the other, and the other one was free. And out of that, I got 142 leads, 142 leads on basically a $32 ad spend. $32, 142 leads. This is something I just did in the last couple of days. Okay. 3 days ago was when I started this. So, you know, this is a 3-day-old campaign that I got 142 leads on. Now, all of those leads, I sort of whittle down, okay? Because just because someone opts in doesn't necessarily mean they're the right fit or whatever. So the funnel process and sales process that I take them through took them from a big group of people to whittling down to whittling down to whittling down. Okay. Since I did that campaign, so far my pipeline looks like this. I got about $66,000 in business, that potential business. That's not business as written, okay? So far, I've written basically about 2% of that. So I don't, the thing does the numbers here. So let me look here and see what the math is on that I've made. So if I've got $66,000 and I've made so far off on it in just 3 days, I've netted $1,300 in sales off of that. So 32 bucks I spent, $1,300 I made. I would say my ad copy and my ad spend is working out. So those are the type of numbers that we're able to get through using our system and some of these strategies that I show our clients and clients that I manage their lead generation for. So that's what we're talking about. When you've got a systematic way of presenting high value in a strategic area of the internet or the marketplace. It could be internet, social media marketing. It could be text marketing, email marketing, phone campaigns, mail campaigns. We do a lot of mailers as well. And then we just take that prospective client through this process to whittling them down to, 142 people down to 62 people that were actually leads. And then out of those leads, I'm already, at the end of the day, out of this, I'm probably going to net probably around 10 grand. Okay. So $32 ad spend, 10,000, that's over a home run. That is not to be expected on every campaign you do. But this is the thing I always tell people, once you have your formula in place and you understand a particular niche, and that's one of the things that people get in trouble with. They try to do everything at one time. No, drill down on a specific niche of the market. Once you understand that market, you understand their pain points, you know how to create great ad copy that will compel them to respond. And then through that response, you will know the language to use to take them in those micro commitments going from point A to point B to point C to point D. But if you just take off trying to sell right up front, of course your marketing doesn't work. But if you can add value on the front end, a little more value on the back, a little more value, and then all of a sudden they say, this makes sense. And they basically sell themselves. But this is what we're talking about. And that's what I was talking about there in episode 503. If you want to go check that out, go to terrywilson3.com/503 and you can listen to that podcast there. But I hope for those who are asking that question, I hope that helps. Thanks.